Welcome class 5 in your e-learning classes, and as we are continuing from testing to digestion, and we have yesterday we have just completed the food, how to take the food, how to swallow the food, and how it goes into your stomach, and the stomach with the help of the hydrochloric acid, or you can say gastric juices, along with some enzymes, it is being digested there, then it goes into the small intestine where the digestion is being completed. Okay, so from here the food goes inside your body with the help of or with the flow of the blood, but some of the waste which are not being absorbed by the body, what happened to that food? That food actually goes out from our body with the help of the rectum. Actually it is stored in the rectum, and then with the contraction and relaxation movement of this rectum, it goes out from our body, from the anus. So this whole I have just quickly revised, and here all the food material changes into its simplest form, and I have told you what are they? Protein changes into amino acid, whereas carbohydrate changes into glucose, and this fat changes into fatty acid and cholesterol. So these all are important for our body, but protein is very much important. As we know, carbohydrate gives us energy. That's why sometimes when we need in our instant energy, that time we need to take a glass of glucose water, because we know carbohydrates monosaccharide is what, or the simplest form is glucose, or disaccharide is fructose. So these two forms of the carbohydrate are easily digestible, and we can take them instant. These give us to energy. Okay, now there are some questions. We will discuss that. How do you feel when you are very hungry? How would you describe it? For example, sometimes we jokingly say, I am so hungry, I could eat an elephant. So it is a part of this joke. When we feel like to eat something, when how we feel it? Because a sensation comes from our stomach. Because when there is nothing in the stomach, nothing to digest, after 3 to 4 hours, our body have a natural system, and they again started to secrete the digestive juices. As it is a natural phenomena, after 4 to 5 hours, our digestive system again started to work. So this time, if our stomach is empty, there is nothing food item to digest, that time a sensation comes from our stomach to our brain. Yes, we are feeling hungry. Sometimes we feel it, no, when we are starving, and sometimes we are in the fast, or sometimes maybe we are so busy in the work that we do not get any time to eat. That time we can feel this sensation, and this sensation is called hunger. So it is a specific type of feeling we feel when our stomach is just empty, and we feel like to eat something, and after, if you do not get the food immediately, or if you do not get the food for the long time, it makes us weak, and then we feel like to be weak and dizzy, little bit dizzy. So this is a sensation, nothing more than it, and it comes to our brain, and that time we have to eat something. Long hours of fasting is not good for our body. Okay, now the next question, how do you come to know that you are hungry? As I told you, due to the failure, or due to the empty stomach, when there is nothing to digest, a sensation comes from our stomach to our brain, that this sensation feels like to us, and we feel like to it, that now we have to eat something. When we are feeling like to eat something, that sensation is called hunger, or that sensation is called feeling of hunger. Okay. Now think what would happen if do not eat anything for 2 days. If we do not eat anything for 2 days, that means whatever the stored food we know in our liver, the food changes into glycogen, and at the time of our starving, at the time of our need of our food or the energy, this glycogen again changes into glucose. But the limited storage is there. That is not a bhandara, no? That is not a cold storage that you will store for 1 year or 2 years. Okay. So it is storing for 2 or 3 days or maybe for 7 days. But if consecutive 2 days we will not get any food item, if we will not get anything to eat, that means our body will started to starving. That means each and every cell need the food or the nutrients for our body, and that time we feel very weak because we do not get energy for the work and play. Our whole body will become weak, and we just want some energy through our food. Okay. Now, would you be able to manage without drinking water for 2 days? Where do you think the water that we drink goes? So, the water is actually, we know now, water is very essential for our body, and the blood, the 99% of our blood, you can say only 90% is pure water, the constituent of our blood. So in the constituent of our blood, if we see the plasma or the water content is 90% within the whole blood. So if we do not get the proper water, our blood will start to be thickening, and without water, the food, nutrients, oxygen, even the waste material of our body cannot transmit or cannot translocate in their proper places. So water is also very essential. Maybe 2 days we can spend without eating food, but 2 days without water is very impossible, or you can say it is impossible to live, or if we have to live, it will make us so weak because we will not get the enough energy, as well as we do not get the proper oxygen to translocate, and the fresh water actually rotate the nutrients inside of our body. If we will not get the proper and the nutrient, fresh water inside of our body, it will become stale, and the amount of the nutrients will day by day decrease to rotate inside of our body or to circulate inside of our body. So the water is very much essential. Without having water 2 days, it will make us more dizzy, or you can say it will make us more weak. Okay, and expiation also takes the help of water. Now the next one question is story is given here. So Neetu, she was very sick, and all the day she was vomited, and she had also loose motions. Whenever she ate, she vomited. Her father gave her sugar and salt solution. By evening, Neetu was feeling weak and dizzy. When she got up to the doctor, and she fainted, her father had to carry her to the doctor. The doctor said that Neetu should get admitted in the hospital. She needs to be given the glucose drip. Hearing this, Neetu got confused. She knew that during the game period in the school, the teacher sometimes give them glucose to drink. But what was a glucose drip? Dr. Auntie explained, your stomach is upset, your body is not keeping any food and water, so you have to take a glucose drip. So what is this glucose drip? As our body need energy, and in the case of Neetu, her stomach was upset, so her blood was not able to consume the food nutrients from her body because the digestion was upset. That means the food was not changing into simple or the monosaccharides form of the glucose. So it was lacking of the energy as well as the nutrient. So she was, as her body was not ready to take all the nutrients inside the blood, so she was time and again she was vomiting, and she was going for the loose motion. So the fresh water, or you can say the water as well as the nutrient, were not appropriate in Neetu's body. That's why she became fainted, and she became feeling very dizzy and uneasy as well as weak. That's why doctor suggested her to take the glucose drip, because ultimately food changes into glucose, and glucose gives us energy. So when she will take the glucose through the injection and through the bottle, the drip is given through the injection actually from the needle inside the blood directly. So the blood will get the proper glucose, and it can be changes into the energy cells, and ultimately she will get the energy, and she will get the proper energy to get her body well, or the systems will become okay. So that's why doctor suggested her to take the glucose, so that she can get the instant energy as her stomach was upset. So that's all for today. Next day we will discuss about the other things in the chapter. Okay, goodbye.